Before you ever spend another Canadian penny again, stop. Because the smallest coin you've ever held might be hiding one of the biggest mysteries in Canada's coin history. Today we're going deep into the forgotten world of the 1953 to 1964 Canadian 1-cent coins, and trust me, the secrets inside these tiny copper discs will keep you watching until the last second. Most people don't even look at pennies. But collectors know these years are packed with hidden varieties, design changes, minting mistakes, and rare die errors that can turn a single 1-cent coin into a serious moneymaker. These aren't exaggerated myths, real auction results prove that the right penny can sell for thousands. And the craziest part? Most of these rare coins were released quietly into circulation without anyone being told that. If you've ever held a jar of old pennies at home, there's a real chance one of these rare pieces is sitting right there. Maybe your parents or grandparents saved them without knowing. Maybe you walked past a fortune in a cup holder. Today I'll show you exactly what to look for and why collectors hunt these specific years like treasure. The biggest secret begins with the early portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. The no shoulder fold and shoulder fold versions from 1953 and 1954 look almost identical, but a tiny detail in the Queen's gown separates a common penny from one worth serious collector money. Most Canadians never noticed it. Experts can spot it instantly, and then come the mystery varieties from the early 1960s. The 1962 and 1963 repunched dates, the double dies, the leaf cracks, the die chips that form strange shapes on the reverse, every one of these tiny imperfections turns a regular coin into a collectible treasure that people spend years trying to find. Let me drop something important. Some pennies from this era were struck with leftover dies from older years, creating designs that technically were never supposed to exist. These unexpected combinations confuse beginners, shock experts, and push values far higher than normal. Now let's break down how you can identify rare pieces without magnifiers. Look closely at the Queen's portrait. Earlier dies have sharper details, crisp hair, precise edges. Flip the coin and check the maple leaves on the reverse. Doubling, cracks, bumps, and odd shapes can reveal minting issues that collectors pay for immediately. Proof-like surfaces are another sign of rarity. Those mirror-like coins didn't travel through circulation like normal pennies. Here's a reality most collectors keep to themselves: the best finds don't usually come from coin shops. The most valuable discoveries come from old jars, estate sales, inherited boxes, dusty basements, and places where nobody checked the dates. These are gold mines disguised as clutter. Millions of these pennies were made, but most were melted, lost, scratched, or damaged. The survivors, especially untouched, high-grade, special die versions, are incredibly scarce. That's where real value begins. That if you want to sell one, don't just walk into any store. Experienced sellers go to eBay, Etsy numismatic sections, great collections, heritage auctions, Facebook coin groups, and local coin clubs. These places have buyers actively looking for the exact coins we're discussing. For truly rare pieces, getting them graded by PCGS or NGC can multiply the price dramatically. Some of these varieties have unexplained origins that the Royal Canadian Mint never fully documented. They feature mismatched dies, unusual finishing, and tiny changes that appear only on a small number of pieces. These unexplained differences are exactly what collectors crave the most. Many people believe pennies from the 1950s and 60s aren't worth anything. That myth is what keeps these coins hidden in drawers while collectors pull out treasures unnoticed for decades. All you need to check are the year, shoulder fold variations, portrait sharpness, repunched dates, die errors, die cracks, and proof-like shine. These small checks can be life-changing, and here's the moment you've been waiting for. Some of the rarest, cleanest, highest-grade versions of these coins, especially those with major mint errors, have sold for thousands of dollars, and in special auctions have been evaluated as museum-grade pieces with extremely high collector demand. A perfect specimen of the rarest known varieties could reach massive bidding wars right now. The value grows because history, scarcity, and collector demand always push these coins higher as time passes. That's why collectors chase these pennies like legends. Every piece tells a story. Every error is a mystery. Every variation is a clue and a treasure hunt that spans generations. So before you roll up that old jar, check every penny. The one you almost ignore could be the one that changes everything. If you find anything unusual, drop the year and details in the comments. I reply to everyone, and your comment helps this video reach more collectors. If you want more rare coin secrets, make sure to subscribe. We uncover hidden details other channels never talk about, and every episode teaches you how to spot real treasure in plain sight. If you're still here, comment, fire mystery penny, so I know you're part of the Global Coins mystery family. Your support keeps this channel alive and helps us continue revealing the world's most hidden numismatic secrets. Let me take you deeper into this mystery, because we've only scratched the surface. The truth is, the pennies from 1953 to 1964 aren't just valuable because of errors or varieties, they represent a major turning point in Canadian history. This was the very beginning of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, and the mint was experimenting, correcting, altering, and redesigning the portrait so quickly that dozens of strange variations slipped into circulation without any official explanation. Collectors love this era because every year has its own hidden story. For example, the early 1950s pennies show signs that the mint struggled to perfect the Queen's new portrait. The engravers tried different techniques, different pressure levels, and different relief styles. Each attempt created tiny differences. Most people never notice them. But collectors know those differences are everything. What makes this period even more interesting is that the mint was using older equipment at the same time as new technology. Some dies were engraved by hand, others by machine. Some were polished, others weren't. Some were repaired halfway through the year. These inconsistencies created rare combinations that only appear on a small number of coins, almost like secret signatures left behind by the engravers. Now here's where you really need to pay attention. Many of the rarest coins from this era aren't the ones with huge visible errors. They're the subtle ones, the barely doubled digits, the tiny repunch marks, the faint die scratches that form unusual patterns. These are the coins that make experienced collectors freeze when they pick one up, because they know immediately what they're holding. Imagine this: somebody who knows absolutely nothing about coins finds an old jar from their grandfather, flips through it fast, and decides to dump the whole thing at a bank. Inside that jar could have been a penny that collectors will pay thousands for. This happens all the time. And that's why watching videos like this puts you ahead of millions of people who still overlook these coins every day. Because this part can change everything. Some of the most valuable 1953 to 1964 pennies ever found came from completely unexpected places: gas stations, thrift store donation boxes, old envelopes found in attics, and even school coin drives. The reason? People didn't know what they were giving away. These coins don't just carry financial value, they carry forgotten stories. Every nick, every shine, every polished surface tells you something about where it came from and who handled it. And collectors love coins with mystery. They love uncertainty. They love wondering how a perfect proof-like penny survived untouched for 60 years. Did someone save it intentionally? Or did it simply hide in the right place at the right time? If you ever find one of these rare varieties, take your time. Don't rush to sell it. Research it. Compare it. Ask experienced collectors in online groups. Some coins that look simple on the surface turn out to be incredibly rare once you check the small details. And the last thing you want is to hand over a valuable piece without knowing its true worth. Now let's talk about the market, because the coin world is changing fast. As the years pass, more people become interested in old currency, especially coins linked to Queen Elizabeth II. That means the demand for early pennies is rising steadily. Even common dates in high grade are starting to climb in value. And rare error pieces? They rise even faster because collectors compete for them. This competition is what drives prices upward. Every time someone discovers a rare coin and posts it online, more people start searching. More people empty their jars. More people learn what to look for. And the more people search, the harder it becomes to find untouched rare pieces. That's why collectors pay more each year. Scarcity always increases over time. If you're planning to sell any rare penny, remember this: the story behind your coin can make it even more desirable. If you found it in an unexpected place, or if it has a unique look, or if it comes from a family collection, mention that when you list it online. Collectors love personal history. It makes the coin feel alive. Before I continue, let me give you a powerful engagement moment, a small action that helps push this video to new audiences. If you're still watching, comment below, "Fire, I'm checking my pennies." This tells the algorithm you're engaged, and it helps push this video to more collectors who need this information. Now let's go deeper into the real mysteries. There are rumors in the coin community, not confirmed, but whispered in forums and passed between longtime collectors, that a few undocumented die varieties from this era still haven't been officially recorded. These would be pennies that used prototype dies or experimental engraver transitions. If one of those ever appeared, it would be one of the most important Canadian pennies ever found. This is what keeps collectors searching. The thrill that somewhere out there, maybe in someone's shoebox or tucked away in an attic, a lost variety is waiting to be discovered. The idea that one day, a regular person could uncover a coin that experts have been hunting for decades. That possibility is what makes this journey exciting, and here's the part that helps your collecting knowledge the most: patience is your greatest tool. Rare coins reveal their value slowly. Sometimes you won't recognize a variety until you take a closer look under the right light. Sometimes you won't realize what you have until you compare it to online references. Every collector has a story of a coin they misunderstood, until they didn't. Before this part ends, I want you to remember this: every rare penny that exists today survived because someone unknowingly protected it. Maybe it fell behind a dresser. Maybe it stayed in a piggy bank. Maybe it sat untouched in a collection. Its survival is a miracle, and that miracle could be sitting in your home right now. That if you're still with me, write in the comments, "Fire Global Coins Mystery Family," because your watch time and comments literally help revive this channel and push it back into the algorithm.